Clouds, showers, storms, and downpours on Thursday. Some could be strong to severe, especially in the morning. Good Wednesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldridge, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see we're already getting an appetizer. We're getting some showers and storms in red, especially from Kingston, Spring City, and Decatur, just after, maybe quarter after 7 p.m. But the ultimate Doppler radar presented by InstaDry, which if you need basement waterproofing, maybe foundation repair, or crawl space encapsulation, check them out at instadry.com. But this is the first wave of the rain. We think there'll be more activity, especially after midnight tonight, so keep an eye on that, as we'll look at that very closely on the Futurecast. You can see some storms near Springfield, Missouri. Now, meanwhile, power outage, we could see a couple still lingering in Knoxville, but there's been some vast improvement from Monday's storms. Remember, we had an EF2 tornado hit areas not far from Yarnell and Lovell Road in West Knox County, not far from Hardin Valley. That occurred on, say, Monday. But we're down to 700 power outages, but there's been some vast improvement, so a special thanks to all those who work in that field of having to restore power. Tracking the clouds, the colder cloud tops are in blue, and the colder cloud tops even above that are yellow, and they're coming in with some thunderstorms across the Southern Valley as we speak. But with the abundance of clouds and some rain, we did not get quite as high as I thought we would get. I thought 87 was reasonable. No, we got to 83. Oak Ridge hit 84, but we started the morning off at 65. Sun rose down at 8:33 tonight. But you'll notice we hit 84 in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, 84 in Athens, McMinn County, and the high today in Morristown and Oneida hit 81 degrees. Crossville hit 78 earlier today. If you go further south toward Chattanooga, they exceeded 87. They hit 88, and down toward Atlanta, it was, in fact, 89 degrees. Here are the headlines. Strong to severe storms possible late tonight. Storms and downpours possible Thursday, especially in the morning, and then a few showers are possible on Friday. I want to start off with the Weather Prediction Center. The excessive rainfall risk kind of highlights where and what areas of the country may see flash flooding. The yellow would be scattered, the dark green would be isolated, and it may be localized, but you can see a good part of Tennessee is under that yellow area for scattered flash flooding, potentially right through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That covers Knoxville, it covers Loudon, it covers Wartburg and Crossville, maybe more isolated through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning in Morristown and Newport. That's how they kind of outline their map. But if we look into Thursday, there's still some scattered flash flooding, potentially Madisonville, Etowah, and maybe isolated in Knoxville, Morristown, as well as Maryville during Thursday itself. Let me show you some of the data. Again, all of this can be taken with a grain of salt, as some suggest an inch, some suggest an inch and a half, some exceed 2 inches. I'm looking at Wartburg, 2.5 around Jamestown. If this were to verify, that'd be quite a bit of rain, and that could cause some localized flooding in spots. But this is not the only map in town. We could take the same exact time frame and just put a different set of equations and algorithms, and it says, whoa, no, it's 2.5 Knoxville. So wait a minute. Does that say 3 in Maryville? 3.2 in Sevierville? That would cause a lot of problems if this were to verify. But I think we're still in that 1 to 2 inch range with some isolated threes. It can't be ruled out. And given the fact we've had such a wet ground as of Monday, it wouldn't take much to kind of tip the scales a bit as we head toward in time. Storm Prediction Center highlights the severity. We're talking about severe storms tonight through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And those orange areas we know all too well caused us a real headache Monday. That's still focused in Memphis, Nashville, and Huntsville. But it takes us right through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it puts a burden in the Southern Valley and the Plateau. But again, we're kind of splitting hairs because their outlooks run until 8 o'clock the following morning. So we have isolated in areas in East Tennessee, around Knoxville, and it might be isolated on Thursday as well. If you go further north, they're going to have some issues perhaps around Omaha, but we're still watching this storm system move eastward tomorrow. And that's why the scattered severe storms may continue to perpetuate from Charlotte to Raleigh back toward the Outer Banks. But we've left, or they have left, an isolated severe storm threat for us in Knoxville after 8 o'clock in the morning. But I think it'll quickly parade to the east, and we'll see some improvement. By the way, Friday, the best chance for severe weather will be near Chicago, Milwaukee, and back toward Peoria and Davenport, Iowa, while we may find some isolated just thunderstorms, general variety. Nothing severe expected on Friday. Have a 30% chance for some leftover showers. So here's the Futurecast. Kind of lines up well, right? We're bringing in some rain right now, 9 o'clock, but there's not a lot of red here. There's some green, a little bit of red. But then we head into about, say, 11 o'clock. Okay, let's say by 11 o'clock, a lot of what's falling right now starts to move away. But then there comes a line that's purple. Oh, what time is that? That's 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, that's why you said 2 to 4 in the morning. Yeah, that's why I said it. Kind of like it's on the doorstep of Jamestown in purple at 1:30 in the morning Eastern time. And knocking on the door in Crossville, same time. But what about 2? 2 o'clock, it's already in full force in the Southern Valley, approaching Wartburg, approaching Oneida, maybe not into Knoxville just yet, but there's 2:30. Game on. And some of those purple areas may not only be some heavy rain, but it could also mean severe weather. So we'll keep an eye on this. Some of the storm in the SDC in purple doesn't necessarily mean it will be severe, but it will probably be more intense than what you see in just the light shade of green. At 2:45, it may be passing Athens, approaching Tellico Plains. There could be some big downpours around Maryville, Oak Ridge at that hour. 3:15 in the morning, model puts it right over Maryville, Alcoa. That could be really the heart of this system. So I think 2 to 4 is the main event. While we get showers ahead of time, it's the 2 to 4 in the morning that I'm talking about that will steal the show. All right. After that, things will improve dramatically. I'll still have some rain for the morning commute, as I can illustrate here. But the heavy rain you see in Newport, and Sevierville, this is 4 in the morning. So you said 2 to 4. It's starting to pull away. Still have some showers in yellow, 5 o'clock. Still raining in yellow, Oak Ridge, Kingston, 6 o'clock in the morning. And you might be out the door at that point. But the winds will have kicked up, and the dramatic weather will pretty much be gone because it will have already played its hand. Now, there's still some intense reds there and around, say, Crossville, but perhaps not as bad as it will have been 2 to 4 in the morning. 8 o'clock looks like this. Does it look as intense? Probably not. What about 9, 8:39? No, it looks better. 10 o'clock, it looks like it's all gone, but then maybe a few residual showers for the afternoon. That would be about it. And you can see we're dealing with temperatures only around 80 degrees tomorrow. Some will be stuck in the upper 70s all day. Really not going to be that warm at all. Friday, maybe a 30% chance for some leftover showers. There's just not a lot of green here, but there's still the possibility that you get rained on briefly during Friday afternoon. So just wanted to show you the futurecast as it sees this going into play. Now, what's driving this is the warm front. Initially, that's what we're seeing now with the showers. But it's the cold front that's approaching Bowling Green that's going to spawn some of the showers overnight. All of it's ahead of the front, but it is causing it. It's the catalyst that's driving this rain out of the picture and moving it away from us during the course of tomorrow afternoon. And then it's kind of parks itself to the south on Friday, maybe a few residual showers as we see on Friday. Just not a huge deal, but something we'll be watching. Statement I have about a 20% chance for rain on Saturday. Not a whole lot to see on Saturday as well. So here's the futurecast, or at least the Valley Planner. Over the next 12 hours, overnight lows normally around 68. I think we'll be pretty close to 68 degrees tonight. And that's typical for this time of year. Tonight we're down to 68, showers and storms. Some could be strong to severe winds, 5 to 10 plus. Obviously, if you have a severe storm, it'll be a lot stronger than 5 to 10 plus. 66 for Morristown, 66 for, say, Newport. And tomorrow I'm expecting a high around 80 showers and storms. Most of it's in the morning. The strong to severe part will probably be occurring before the sun is up. 80 in Kingston, 77 Wartburg, looking for a high in Morristown of 79 degrees, Crossville 77. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville and East Tennessee. 87 Friday, 91 on Saturday. If we're not in the low 90s, should be in the upper 80s at a minimum, with a 40% chance of storms on Sunday, and have a 60% chance of storms on Monday. Monday may be fragmented. You might get a little bit in the early morning and then some very late, but a good part of the day could be dry on Monday. We'll watch that very closely. But I do love the lower humidity coming in on Tuesday and Wednesday. Look at that. Tuesday night, we're down to the low 60s. So it's actually going to feel more refreshing. So I'd say midweek next week looks pretty sweet. Something to look forward to if you are sensitive to high humidity. By the way, you can keep track of all of this using the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. You get the best traffic reports in the region with Pete Michaels, and he's on the app. Plus, you get yours truly's forecast. You get all sorts of reasons to download it, and you get not only all the National Weather Service alerts, you get the 3 extra alerts from Barron. That's the secret sauce. Plus, you get the lightning alerts. So when the Weather Service, in the case if they don't issue a tornado warning, you might still get a tornado twisting storm approaching alert from Barron, which is what we had in one case with Michael Norman and a testimony that he gave on Facebook. Anyway, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.